So let us see exactly how we put an arch bar on the teeth, right? Normally, teeth have interdental spaces between them, right? There is always some space between the teeth under the gingiva. So we are going to use those interdental spaces. Here in the cast, I have drilled holes, but normally we have interdental spaces between the teeth where we can put the wire and fix the arch bar, right? Now this is the upper jaw, this is the upper teeth. So in the upper teeth, the arch bar will always face superiorly. It will always be like this, right? It will be facing upwards. And now I have to fix this arch bar with wire. So what I will do, I will take a wire holder and I will fix it to the end like this. Some people twist it like that so that it goes easily. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take my wire and draw it from between two teeth like these on one side. And now I'm going to turn my wire and put it. We take another end of the wire, turn it inside to outside, like from palatal to buccal, like this, right? And now we have this wire around the tooth. Okay, I've taken it around two teeth. I'll take it around one tooth only, like this, right? And now I have my wire in place. So my tooth is braced with the wire and I am going to put one up and one down, right? Similarly, I'm going to take another wire. Again, I'm going to put around the tooth from one side, taking it like this, around the tooth from the other side, like this. And one part of the wire I'm going to take up, another part of the wire I'm going to take down, right? Now, after that, I've already decided what will be the size of my arch bar depending on the arch size, right? Mostly we put it from first molar to first molar, okay? Now, I'm going to hold my arch bar like this and one wire is under the arch bar, one wire is over the arch bar, right? With that integration, with that one wire above and below, I'm going to hold both the wires together like these, press them down so that it doesn't hurt the patient, it doesn't hurt my finger. With one hand, I'm going to stabilize the arch bar. With other hand, I'm going to twist these wires together, all right? See, how I'm supposed to twist is, usually we use this third finger, this ring finger, and twist it like this, right? Fast, slow, like that, right? I've twisted it to fix the arch bar on the tooth, right? After I've done the basic twisting, I will hold it again from close by, right? Press the upper wires like this and give one final tightening of the wire. If I do it too much, the wires will cut. Okay, so I have to be very careful of how much I want to turn, and that you will learn with experience, right? Similarly, this another wire also, you can see one is under the arch bar, one is over the arch bar. So with that, it will brace the arch bar. I will hold the both wires together like this, clamp the wire holder, turn the wires down so that they don't hurt anybody, and pull it tightly and turn, 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 like that, right? And then again hold it from the nearby area, turn it down and do that final turning, right? So this finger is usually hurting at the end of the arch bar. Initially, when you start learning the IMF, you do 5, 6, 7 IMFs in a night and then this starts hurting badly. But then it's a part of your residency training. Then we take the wire cutter, we cut this wire, and once the wire is cut, now this part should also not hurt the patient. So what you do is, you take this wire and you turn it inside like this, right? So it points towards the arch bar and it goes like this, so it does not hurt the patient at any point. When I have done the same thing around every tooth in the arch, like from the first molar this side to the first molar this side, I will run my finger and I will see if there is anything sharp that can hit the patient. If there's nothing sharp, I have done my arch bar properly. I will proceed with the same procedure on the mandible, and then I can use these IMF elastics. This is the IMF elastic. I'm holding it with my wire holder. I can use this arch bar as a hook and I can do my intermaxillary fixation, or I can do my movements with my elastics. I can also do my final IMF if my arch bar is fixed, if my fracture is reduced. I will take this wire, I will make it a fish. I will make it into a fish, right? So I've made it into a loop and I hold it like this. So this looks like a fish. We call it a fish. You turn this part down, you hold this with a finger, 1, 2. Like you make it a loop, and that loop you use in the upper and lower jaws. So imagine there is a lower jaw where the lower arch bar is also fixed like that, right? So this is the lower, this is the upper, and I have to do an intermaxillary fixation. What I will do, I will take my fish, I will put one part in the upper jaw, one part in the lower jaw like that, and I will tighten them together, right? So that my IMF is completed. So this is how you place an arch bar, and using an arch bar, you can do close reduction and fixation in the patient's mouth. Now sometimes I will feel that, okay, I don't want to put an arch bar, I want to do an IMF very, very quickly. So what I can do there is, I can make IV's eyelet loops. All right, these are IV's eyelets. And how you make an IV's eyelet is very easy. You take a simple mouth mirror and you take a wire, right? With a mouth mirror and a wire, what you do is, you take a wire like this, turn it and make it into a loop, right? Hold it, turn the edges and put it around the back of a mouth mirror like this, right? Like the back of a mouth mirror. Now I will pull it, close it like this, bring both the wires together. Now I will hold it from very close, very, very close to the handle like this, right? Both wires absolutely equal. And I will do a 1.5 turn, 1.5. So see, this is my wire holder. I have fixed my wire with my thumb here, 1.5. So like this 1.5 turn I will do, and tada, my eyelet is ready, right? So now I have my IV's eyelet. This eyelet is ready. It looks like an eye. So when I use multiple, the multiple eyelets are ready. So I'll try and make both the edges equal. I will hold my IV's eyelet like this, and I will put it across the tooth like this, right? Now once it is on the palatal side, one wire I will take from the distal side like this, and another wire I will take out from the mesial side like this. It is more difficult to do it on a cast than to do it on a patient. It is much easier to do it on a patient after you are well practiced, right? So you can see how this is the IV's eyelet. This eyelet is just like this hook that we have in the arch bar. On the palatal side, you will see that it is bracing the tooth completely from both sides. And now we have these two wires. Now what we will do is, we will take this distal wire, put it through the loop like this, and bring it close to the mesial wire, right? Once it comes close to the mesial wire, now I will hold the two wires together and I will twist them. I will twist them like this, and I will cut this end. So once I have cut the wires, now this sharp end again, just like that arch wire, I will just put it, right? So my IV's eyelet loop is ready. Now I can do it. I can do my IMF. I can take another wire. One such loop is there in the maxilla, another loop is in the mandible. I can tie them both together with the IMF wire, right? So this is how you do an IV's eyelet wiring. This is how you use an IV's eyelet loop, right? So this is about the wirings, how to use a wire, what is a wire cutter. Now imagine I have to do a IMF directly, right, without doing any wiring. I am going to use this special instrument called the IMF screw. So what I will do, I will take a screwdriver and I will fix the screw directly into the bone without even having the need to cut the bone, without having the need to give an incision on the mucosa. So like this, with the screwdriver, I will tighten the IMF screw on the maxilla. Okay, usually it is done between the premolars, but since I have a hole here, between the premolars, keeping the roots of the tooth safe, right? Between the premolars here, between the premolars here, between the premolars, keeping the mental nerve in consideration. And you put 4 IMF screws like that, one on the maxilla, another 2 on the mandible like this, and you tighten them directly through the mucosa on the maxillary alveolar bone and mandibular alveolar bone. Once it is tightened, now you take a wire. instead of using arch bar or instead of using the IV's eyelets, you can use these screws very quickly. And now I'm going to take my wire. I'm going to draw my wire through the head of the IMF screw like this. And within minutes, like this, my wire comes out. And I'm going to use this wire from maxilla to mandible to do that IMF very, very quickly. So I'll fix this with a mandibular IMF screw and tighten it. So I will do a very, very quick IMF if I'm using a IMF screw.